Hello, all you thespians. Thespians with a T. Do you ever wonder why actors are so highly regarded in the world among humans? Like, why is this a career path that is so highly lauded and sought after? And why do we lift actors up and many people worship them like gods, you know? There must be something inside of us as humans that resonates with that role. Yes, 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 because that's what we are. We are actors, and all the world is a stage. And this is a play that God wrote. But we forgot that these are characters, and we have become identified with the character. Now, can you imagine? I don't know how many of you have ever been involved in theater. I used to be really into theater. And you have rehearsal, right? And you have a script, and you have a director who's giving you stage direction. And you don't leave rehearsal until you get it down, pat, correct, where you can go off scripts and you know it by heart. Okay, this is like knowing the script by heart. Knowing the direction by heart is like being aligned with your destiny. But can you imagine if you went to your rehearsal and every actor on the stage had decided to make changes to their script, right? Without informing anyone else, they just decided, I'm going to do what I want. Okay, so they changed their lines, they changed their stage directions. Then they put in some earbuds because they decide they want to listen to some music while all of this is going on. Like, you know, whatever. They want to be in their own world. Now, everybody on stage is listening to something different and reading from a different script. They all started out with the same script that the director, God, gave them. And then the director is still calling out stage directions, but everybody has headphones in, earbuds. They can't hear what's going on. Now, guess what? They're not going to get to leave that rehearsal until everyone has the lines down correctly as the director had instructed, as the playwright had written, God. But now everybody's changed their script and no one's aware of the changes that everyone around them has made. This is chaos. This is madness. This is a delusion. Like, what's going to happen is that these people never get to go home. They never get to leave the stage. They never get to leave the rehearsal. They are perpetually going to be caught in a loop of wandering around on the stage, lost, not knowing where to go because they can't hear the director because they have their music turned up loud. And they're spouting out lines that no one else knows because only those lines are written on their script because they changed the words to what they wanted. Okay? So this is like when we fall into our own ego, we want our own way, we become entranced by, in love with the world around us, and we become identified and attached to it. It's like becoming identified and attached to the stage set. And you forget you have a home outside of the building, outside of the stage. Like, you forget everything outside of the rehearsal. And okay, so if we do this in our lives, we don't listen to God, we put in our headphones, we listen to our own music, we change the script that God gave us, then we're not going to be in line with our destiny. We're going to wander about lost on the stage. We're going to forget it's a stage. And guess what? At the end of the night, we have to stay there and start over the next day. This is like the cycle of death and rebirth. This is getting caught in samsara, in the illusion, in the delusion. Okay, the only way to wake up is to take the earbuds out so that you have the ears to hear the director again, calling and telling you the stage direction, speaking them out. You can hear God when you listen, when you get still, when you pay attention. Okay? When you stop changing the scripts, You develop the eyes to see once again, and you see what's there under it all, the truth of the matter, in plain sight, actually. And you know what to say in any given moment. You're being informed and led by the will of God, the words of God, the play that God wrote, the direction that God is giving us, always. We are actors. This is a play. This world is a stage. And there are many levels to it. We've got plays within plays within plays within plays. And people are looking to create another play, a simulation of this simulacrum through AI, through goggles, through the metaverse, through brain chips implanted in your brain so that you become a cyborg and go into a virtual theater. Okay, people have already forgotten they're in a play. And now they're going to go into a play within a play. This is where we're at. This is why we love actors. Because we are actors. It resonates with us. There's a truth there. We identify as that. Like, this is our essence. In this world, that's what we are. We came here to act out a play, to learn. Just like when you go to a movie, there's a lesson in it. There's a moral. Usually. Or a book. This is a story that God wrote, and nobody can write a story better than God. Nobody. So, yes, we're all thespians. And some of us are also lesbians.